In 1944, Irene Morgan was a 28-year-old black woman living in Baltimore, Maryland, recovering from a painful miscarriage. That year, she boarded a Greyhound bus traveling from Virginia back to Baltimore. Across the South, Jim Crow laws enforced racial segregation, even on buses that crossed state lines. Black passengers were expected to surrender their seats whenever white passengers boarded. During the journey, the bus stopped in Middlesex County, Virginia. When new white passengers got on, the driver ordered Irene Morgan and another black woman to give up their seats. Morgan refused. She had paid for her seat, she was in physical pain, and she was tired of being treated as inferior. Her refusal was quiet but firm. The driver left the bus and returned with a sheriff. When the officer tried to arrest her, Morgan resisted. She tore up the arrest warrant and fought back as she was dragged from the bus. She was beaten, jailed, and fined for violating Virginia's segregation laws. What should have ended there became the beginning of something much larger. Instead of paying the fine and moving on, Irene Morgan chose to fight. With support from the NAACP and attorneys Thurgood Marshall and William Hastie, she challenged her conviction. Her case reached the United States Supreme Court. In 1946, the court ruled in Morgan v. Virginia that segregation on interstate buses was unconstitutional. States, the court said, had no right to enforce segregation on transportation crossing state lines. It was a landmark decision, years before the more widely remembered protest by Rosa Parks. Though the ruling was not immediately enforced and segregation continued, Irene Morgan's courage laid critical legal groundwork for the civil rights movement, including the freedom rides of the 1960s. She never sought attention or fame, but her refusal to stand up in 1944 forced the law to move. Her story proves that sometimes history changes when one woman, exhausted and in pain, simply decides to remain seated.